Underneath the trees, we watch the sky, confusing stars, the satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are, we're here tonight, singing, hey, man, I'm alive, singing, hey, man, I am alive. If everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we see the day when nobody died, and I'm singing, hey, amen, I'm alive, amen. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 1 hour with UCIEL. Today, we have a lot of things to talk about, but first, let me tell you about an outreach that we had today. We had church in the park, 5ST House, church in the park, and in other places, and it went amazing. We fed over 26 people, 26 people, and that is a blessing itself. But I want to start this. I want to start this by sharing something that I came across on social media. And the reason why I'm starting it because I feel that someone out there needs to hear this because I had to hear it. I had to hear it. Being in a ministry, it's hard. Being in a ministry, it could be draining when things we think don't go our way, but there's always a reason why. um, when you don't feel the support of your loved ones or when you don't feel the support of people, it could drain you. It doesn't stop me to believing. Never ever takes me away from God. That's not questionable. But it takes you like want to be apart from people because it's draining that you see all this craziness going on. You see, they tell you they love you, they tell you you're awesome, but never bother to help you. But God knows that if they need the help, who do they run to? Those are the type of things that I don't agree with. So, I've been going through some stuff because of our ministry is growing, and we need to help people. We need to help, and there's people out there that need it. Today was a great testimony about it. I'm sure Red Blue is going to share some of the videos, some of the pictures, but it was amazing, and those people are what keep us going. They keep us going. Me and Red Blue doing it is not the question. It's the help that people don't support us. That's why it gets to us. But God is so good. And I came across this, and I'm gonna read it. It's from Heartbeat Lines. It's called Enemy, and it's not nothing of mine. It's from Heartbeat Lines, and the title's Enemy. And when I heard it, it got me very emotional. Got me very emotional, and I want to share it with you guys. So it says, you know what the okay, let me sorry. Okay, you know what throws the enemy? The what throws the enemy more than anything when life keeps hitting. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. So I don't know if we could they probably could hear it. Can we put it so they could hear it? Can I put it on the microphone?
Put it in this. I'll play the report.
I'll send it to you.
Send it to me on TikTok. I'll play it.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to Red Blue, and he's gonna play it because I would like to hear from her because it really touched me. It really touched me, and it's meant to touch someone. Here we go, people.
Life keeps hitting you left and right, and you still got the nerve to keep going. You still got the faith to say, God's got me, even when nothing around you looks like it. See, the enemy was banking on that pressure to break you. He thought the delay would make you give up. He thought the closed doors, the silence, the disappointment would have you questioning everything. But you didn't fold. You just prayed harder. You didn't curse the storm. You praised through it. You spoke peace while your world was shaking, and you chose faith when fear made more sense. That kind of strength, that kind of belief, It messes up every plan that he had for you. He can't figure out how you're still standing, still hoping, still blessing others when you barely got anything left for yourself. But here's the thing. He doesn't know who your source is. He doesn't understand that when you speak God's words, even disappointment starts to lose its power. So keep speaking life, even when it hurts, even when it's quiet, even when it feels like you're running on empty. Because faith like that, it doesn't just move mountains, it breaks chains. You know what?
That is awesome, guys. That is awesome. Hopefully, we'll play by the end again. So if you missed it, that is awesome. What she says is very true. The enemy banks of our failures. See, when he sees that we failed, that he feels that we failed because we speak it, we say, "Well, I failed." He banks up of that. But we can't fail if we have God in our side. God always give us a victory, but we have to be speaking it, even if it looks like it doesn't. And I learned a valuable lesson today because when we were out there doing the outreach, people, because if you guys know, we didn't go last month because our puppy passed away, and then we're gonna get to that too because two of our puppies passed away, and as you guys know, we are puppy parents. We are dog parents, and we love our animals. We love our animals dearly. And that morning that we were supposed to do the outreach is that morning that I rushed my Pomeranian to the hospital, and she passed away on the way over there. So I had no strength because I had a history with that little girl, and it was very emotional. I mean, she was with us almost 8 years. Although she was a daddy's girl, she was not a mommy's girl. She was a daddy's girl. She was our road dog here at the studio, so we miss seeing her. Sometimes you will hear her in the background with her little feet just tapping, or she'll do a bark. So we're gonna miss her. We're gonna miss her. We miss her. We miss her. Today it's been a month, and today I took her bed out. It took us a while, but so we didn't go, but they noticed that. See, the people out there noticed that. They were so happy to see us back. They were like, "You guys are back. You guys came back." And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, we never left. I said, we just didn't come because our puppy passed away, but we never left. We're not leaving. This is where we're going to be coming monthly. And I mean, if we had the funds, we will go even probably weekly. We'll probably every 2 weeks. Our goal is to go every 2 weeks. But right now, we could afford only monthly because rent is going up, all the groceries are going up. I want to thank Grandpa Tony, because thanks to him, we were able to buy this food for the people out there. Thank you, Grandpa, for supporting us. Um, he gave us money, and we used half of that for that, to feed the homeless. We bought food. We made them pasta. We Italian pasta. And we made them little sliders, and drinks and cupcakes. They have, they deserve to have as well. We took some essentials, so thank you, Mom, for giving us essentials. Mom gave me a lot of stuff too, and Grandpa did too. Actually, Grandpa sent essentials too. He sent toothbrushes, he sent combs, soaps, and we still have some other little stuff that he sent. So thank you all that helped. And sometimes when we feel that we're doing this on our own, um it gets hard. It gets hard, people. And as close as we are to God, sometimes we feel defeated. We feel it, but we're not. We just feel it, but we're not defeated. We're not. We feel it because that is the human in us. But we need to remember that we serve a God, a God that sees, a God that never leaves us or forsakes us if we're doing the right thing. It's just amazing, it's amazing how things just fall in place. The fact that they noticed, they missed us, the fact that we were able to feed like 26 people because we went to the park and we went out to the streets. And there's a lot of need people, and you might say, well, these people choose to be there. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. But that doesn't mean they're not human. That doesn't mean that Jesus doesn't love them. That doesn't mean that Jesus doesn't want us to feed them. We're not there to judge them, because if we're gonna be judging them, then might as well just not do it. Might as well just not do nothing. We don't care who they are. We just care that they're thirsty, that they're hungry, that they're human. They're our brothers and sisters. You know, I had one that came up and asked for a drink, and he drank it so fast. He was like really thirsty. His sugar was low or something. You know, maybe we were meant for that purpose, that reason, that moment, that person. And if that's what God has for us, that's what God has for us. And if you're the type of person that expects God to help you in your life and want things to be done, then you need to return the love for Him. See, God doesn't need nothing from you. All He needs is for you to love one another, for you to tell Him about Him. That's what He needs. But He don't need no money. He don't need no riches. God needs us to love one another, us to um be there for our brothers and sisters when they need us. See, we can't do much. It's just like our ministry is very small. We can't do much. But our church um is willing to, you know, help them when we can. Why not? Why not? When we go be with the Lord, we ain't taking none of those riches with us. I learned that early. I used to be the type before when I was young, like in my 20s. I used to be like, oh, I want to have a house. I want to leave my kids with a lot of money. No. All that house payments, all that stuff, it's just material that we're not gonna take. And then now, how especially how life is right now, kids are ungrateful. They, I know a lot of people that tell me, oh, do my kids don't want my house, they don't want my furniture, don't want nothing, they don't like it, this and that, all that effort, all that love you put into it. And I'm not saying you're not entitled to have good things and things that satisfies you and things that make you happy, because I like my purses, I like my sunglasses, but I also like to help others. I also like to help others. I don't just think of me, 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 me. I think about others. And if it's gonna be an outreach, or someone's doing an outreach, or they're collecting stuff, I'm there. My purses could wait. My nails could wait. My sunglasses could wait. You know, we have to learn how to share a little bit of what we have. We're not saying give up everything you have, but share a little bit. If everyone donated $5 here, $5 there, God, we will do a lot with it. Or even send essentials to our PO box. We're gonna be collecting deodorants, people. If you have it in your heart to send us deodorants, we're gonna be collecting deodorants. We collect toothbrushes, toothpaste. Deodorants is what we need right now. Essentials. Do people survive? These people are human. They need to feel human. Things that I'm never gonna forget when one client told me things to make them feel human again. We're no one to judge them. We you know we're so blessed that we're not in the situation that they're in. We're so blessed that we don't have to live in the streets. We're so blessed that God provides. We're so blessed that we have a job. We're so blessed. We're out there for an hour, and I really don't know sometimes how they do it. I don't know how they do it. But we have to love one another, be there for them if they need us. We need to be kind. We want to bring Olivia's closet out there for them to have some clothes. We have summer clothes, but we need help. We need volunteers to help us hand them out to them, because my priority is feeding them and giving water and feeding them the Word of God. That is our priority as a church. But we would like to give them clothes, shoes, essentials, stuff like that. So if you guys find it in your heart to help us, our address is 304 South Jones Boulevard, number 140, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89107. It's on our YouTube page and it's on our website. If you guys want to send gifts and stuff for the homeless, um, it cannot be over 60 pounds, people. If you want to send 60 pounds, you can break it in half or whatever, but nothing over 60 pounds, please. And like I said, just send donations. You don't have to send money if you don't want to. We'll manage to buy the food, but it's just a small ministry that needs help. And it really, I mean, how many times do we spend more money on crazy things that are not even, they're not even worth it. They're not even, it's like, wow, I just spent $12 on a coffee, and wow, and it's gone. And I could have just bought 12 toothbrushes and send it to send it to someone in need. I rather feel that. And no, I'm not saying you could never have that $12 cup of coffee. No, of course, if you work hard, of course. But is it necessarily daily? Necessarily daily? You know, for me, it's a treat. When I buy myself a coffee out there, it's a treat. It's not a daily thing. It's a treat. So, we need you guys. We need you to help. If you could volunteer or if you could send stuff, for the less fortunate. Like I said, we need deodorants is the number one thing right now. But soap, toothbrushes, toothpaste, even combs and brushes for the ladies. We need that. Snacks. You know, we're gonna have some important news on June that Red Blue will touch base with you guys. Um, so we need you. We need to support. We need your support. You know, um, sometimes we feel like I've been feeling like that. Like we're doing so much, and we feel that like uh you know we don't hear from God. We feel defeated because the enemy makes us feel like that. The enemy feels makes us feel like that, so we feel that. um um but when we're going through that, when we go through things, it's not that we're defeated. It's not that we are defeated. you know it's that life is teaching us a lesson. Life is teaching us a lesson. It's getting us ready for something. For It does not mean we lost a battle. It does not mean that. It does not mean that, although it feels. Some other people couldn't handle half of the things that we go through, because that's what builds character. What we go through, those battles build character for what's out there, for the things that are going to be thrown at our face, in our faith, our face, our way. We have to build character. We can't be just like, there's people that they say they're connected to God, but if someone else puts something else in their head, they're like, oh, they start questioning, because their faith is not that strong, because their love for the God is not that strong, because they're still working on it. Nothing, no one could come and tell me to change my love for God or to change what I know about Him. I'm a very loyal person, and I'm very loyal to Him. I don't need to defend it, because God don't need defense. All I need to believe in Him, and that's it. That's all He needs from me. He don't need me to defend Him. He needs me to believe in Him and to tell others about Him, about His love. That's what He needs. Um, uh, See, when we give our hearts to God, when we walk with God, um, we grow, we grow, and we change. We grow and we change. And um, maybe sometimes we don't notice, because you know why? Because it's natural. It's not like we're like, oh, you know what? I have changed. I noticed that. No, other people notice, but we don't notice because it's natural. Because we're not faking the funk. Because we're not like, oh, I'm gonna change this. I never said that. I started changing by myself. Like, I was amazed. Like, I'm not doing that no more. Like, I was amazed. But that's part of growing. That's part of being connected to God. That's part of who we are. Like, you know, the things that matter before don't matter no more. You know, because our love we have for him becomes natural. See, we learn now that we have God, we have learned, and I'm saying this as a ministry, as a church, as me and Rev Blue have learned. Well, he kind of always knew that, but I have learned that you become silenced when you used to not be silenced. When people used to scream at you and tell you off and tell you, I was the first one to jump and bark, like, and I learned to be quiet, to be silenced, let him handle it. I learned that not because I'm coward, not because I'm scared, far from it, but because it comes natural. Sometimes you're like, sometimes it's better just to let go, let go and let God, when we used to before, when we used to scream and fight about things, not no more. God sees it all. God sees who's hurting us. We don't need to be fighting and screaming at people. He sees it. He sees that. You know, um, we have learned self control for him. For him, you know, we learn not to, as a woman, as a man, we learn not to beg for attention where they don't want us to. Sometimes we're like, please listen to us, please give me likes, please notice me, please love me, please. We learn not to that. We learn that not because we're careless, not because, oh, we don't give a no, but because we learned that I don't need your approval. All I need is God's approval. We learned that. We learn not to be seeking people's approval, because that's what we do. We want people's approval. I want my mom. I want my dad. I want my kids. I want my husband. No. We learn not to be begging people for approval when we have God's approval. When our conscience and our heart is right, we could care less what other people think about us. We learned that. We're not there fighting and begging. Please believe me. Please believe me. I'm a good person. No, we don't. You don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I care what God sees. When the doors are shut, I care what God sees in my home and in my heart. Not no more care about others' approval. You know, uh, uh, sometimes we don't notice that advance that we have in life. You know, um, because I'm gonna tell you something. That advance that we have in life is gonna direct us to our purpose. Those changes is directing us to our purpose. And once we get to our purpose, whoo, once we get there, ain't nobody could take it away from us. And the growth, and it's going to be worth it. And all those beatings that the enemy try to give you, like that girl said, it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. Um, but we have to keep believing. We have to keep believing that God has a purpose for us, for everyone. My purpose might not be your purpose. Your purpose cannot be my purpose. You know, um, I have a gift for helping others. I've always been like that since I was little. Since I was little, I will sign up for volunteering, cleaning the ocean and the birds. And I mean, I didn't know when they said that we need volunteers to help, the animals and need and this and that and feed the homeless. I'll be the first one to raise my hand. But I never knew that was my purpose. I just knew I had a heart for that. And a lot of kids find me boring because I'd rather be out in the beach, especially in LA and Venice. Yeah, but no, mine was, you know, I'd rather volunteer, stay after school and clean something, the ocean. You know, that was me. That was me. But I know that was my purpose. And the satisfaction that I get when I hand out food, when I rescue an animal, with the satisfaction that I get, can nobody give it to me. Nobody but God. but God, because everything falls in place, everything flows, because it's meant to be. Because it's meant to be. No matter what the enemy throws at you, no matter what he tries to put in your head, always speak, like the girl says, life. Speak life. Speak life. Speak positive about yourself, about what you're doing, about the people around you. Once I remember I said in one of my podcasts, I said that as parents sometimes, especially Hispanic parents, we have a habit of the little babies. We're saying, well, he's going to be a womanizer. He's going to be a ladies' man. And no, he's going to be a one lady man. And he's not going to be a womanizer. He's going to be good to his wife. Speak that kind of stuff to those children, to those little kids that are growing up. You're going to be a God's child. You're going to be doing things for the Lord. See, when we dedicated our niece, they spoke on her and they said that she was going to be where no other women are welcome, that she's going to be doing things for the Lord. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear good things. Why do we have to hear, oh, he's going to be a bandit, or he's going to be this, killer of ladies. He's going to he'll be a lady killer, stuff like that. No. How about he's going to go to school? He's so smart that he's going to make a career. He's so smart that he's going to be doing something important. He's so smart that he's going to be doing something positive for this world, because that's what this world needs. So let's start speaking life. Let's start speaking life. If you're pregnant, speak life over your baby. And if you have a little baby, speak life. Speak good things. Speak it. Speak it. Our tongue has a lot of power, and there's power in the name of Jesus. And when you speak it, it will come. No, not today. Not today. I learned that too when I'm at work and things are going wrong. Hey, Sally, love ya. Thank y'all for everything y'all do. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. That's my sister-in-law. Thank you. Speak life. Speak life into your children. And by the way, that little girl, oh my God, Jade, what a beautiful little girl. She has grown to be a beautiful little girl. And I could tell she's a good girl too. So I was very happy and proud when I saw her. I'm like, what? She's grown so much. So I even told this to Red Blue. I said, I don't know your sister that much well for me to say this, but she's kicking butt when it comes to her, that little girl. She's kicking butt. So praise you for that. Because yeah, there's other people I can't say the same. So yes, praise Nikki for that. I could say that. So speak life into our kids. Speak life, people. We're going to go into a commercial, and maybe Red Blue will play that again so you guys could hear about this girl, what she says. If you're feeling like your world's coming down and you feel that God's forgotten you, stay tuned and listen to the message, please. Stay tuned and listen to what this girl has to say. We'll be right back. Thank you.
From underneath the trees, we watch the sky, confusing stars, the satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are, we're here tonight, singing, amen, I'm alive, singing, amen, I am alive. If everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, and if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we see the day when nobody died, and I'm singing.
You know what throws the enemy off more than anything? When life keeps hitting you left and right, and you still got the nerve to keep going. You still got the faith to say, God's got me, even when nothing around you looks like it. See, the enemy was banking on that pressure to break you. He thought the delay would make you give up. He thought the closed doors, the silence, the disappointment would have you questioning everything. But you didn't fold. You just prayed harder. You didn't curse the storm. You praised through it. You spoke peace while your world was shaking, and you chose faith when fear made more sense. That kind of strength, that kind of belief, it messes up every plan that he had for you. He can't figure out how you're still standing, still hoping, still blessing others when you barely got anything left for yourself. But here's the thing. He doesn't know who your source is. He doesn't understand that when you speak God's words, even disappointment starts to lose its power. So keep speaking life, even when it hurts, even when it's quiet, even when it feels like you're running on empty. Because faith like that, it doesn't just move mountains, it breaks chains.
Tell them about your hood and how many people you could kill and how many guns you got. Tell them about my plan of redemption. So it ain't just about rapping. Do you really have a heart for God, or do you just want to be a star? I don't look like what I've been through. Old me in the rear view. Told the devil, boy, you tripping, I don't hear you. And I don't fear you, cause I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, yes, I got it all in me. He's all in me, he's all in me. He's all in me, yes, I got it all in me. He's all in me, he's all in me. It's all in me, bro. I'll tell you what a truth is. God put his hand on me like masseuse is. If you looking for me, I be where the booth is. I be really in my bag like a school kid. Slide for my God in a way I'm gon' hide it. Young hot head, I'm a Holy Ghost rider. Looking at my watch and say I'm glow timing. Let's move to LA, I think I need a low rider. Where you find me, covered in a spirit, couple of angels behind me. Your words define me, oh how divine me. Spirit that appears when these wanna try me. Ready to get it poppin', ready to get it knockin'. Spirit of God when I ride, ain't no way to stop. It's the sound of revival, so cast down your idol. He spilled blood for me, so I will lift him high up. I don't look like what I've been through. Old me in the rear view. Told the devil, boy, you trippin', I don't hear you. And I don't fear you, cause I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, yes, I got it all in me. He's all in me, he's all in me. He's all in me, yes, I got it all in me. He's all in me, he's all in me. Hear his name in every breath that I breathe. Yahweh teaches ways in every flock that I lead. Only hit the booth and blocks with one intention, nurture and feed, then double back and water the seed. I don't put this on, this ain't a shirt, it ain't on me, it's in me. I'm a rider and I'm a slide, but only if he send me. Got in shape and by choice, never tatted. Got a Bible in the pen, ever since then I've been at it. My affliction got me addicted to the gospel. It was healing and spared my life when admitted into this redemption hospital. Then all things became possible, no longer react hostile. Change is real, hallelujah. Can't fake fanatic, my faith moves sporadic. My mind used to be crazy, was nothing up in the attic. I'm gospel gangsta tatty, stuck to Jesus like I'm mad. Get ready, you won't stay, homie, it's automatic. Then I call up Miles with the squabble up. Clean my spirit with communion, homie, bottoms up. Banging in there like a carpenter, hitting on a nail. When it comes to blessing God, he trip over his nail. I'm a California rare breed, I unlace the beach. With Terry sing praise and worship, homie, the X complete. Yahweh all in me, so the devil he faced defeat. West Coast emotion and bread embrace the streets. I don't look like what I've been through. Old me in the rear view. Told the devil, boy, you trippin', I don't hear you. And I don't fear you, cause I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, I got it all in me. He's all in me, yes, I got it all in me. He's all in me, he's all in me. He's all in me, yes, I got it all in me. He's all in me, he's all in me. G-Mix. You belong next to me. Let the limelight shine on me. On you. Never met nobody like me. Never met nobody like you. Nobody like Come close, come chill with a little bit of the West Coast. Get the money, then we're close, but I'll show you how to drop it, then post. It's not hard to see, the evil ones that don't make them like me. That trying to talk for free, believe on with me if you don't mind me. You got them fantasizing, agonizing, sick and see me. Now you're rising, they're despising. Talk to me, no compromising. But I'm on the money mission, so I'm not even realizing that she rising. You ain't analyzing how you gonna ride with me. I was hiding, realize no religions. Really me, baby, you and I. Lionizing me as I rise, minimizing drama when you wise. See lies and scandalous eyes arise and why, so I realize the cause, the minds, but I despise your walk through life is all arise. In organized cause, not even you would pass by. You can see it in my eyes. I'm a strap till I die. But until then, I'm a grind in the night life with money on my mind. Right? Acknowledge me. You belong next to me. Let the limelight shine on me. On you, on you. And me, and yeah. Never met nobody like me. Never met nobody like you. Never met nobody like you. Run right through everything you knew. And I'm shine in the limelight. 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 I don't believe in excuses. Never can I remember with a bride that's useless. Never want to get the money of producers, but when I find a nigga around, it seduces. Every guy that passes by, let's get the real money, chill and die. See, you can make a few things just work for the same old alibi. Cause see, I'm nothing like them. We cannot be friends if we can't stack ends. See, these past bars love to pretend, so them do not attend for fair men to then. But they know, let me hit him in the back like that. But I'm on the money mission, so I brought that back. See, I gotta get it, I gotta get it like that. Doing everything I said, I'ma leave it at that. Show me, get nobody really get it like he was a fact. See, the one that told me when I wanna hear so bad. They can try to get a little bit close, never that. Never match that back, never gonna match. Dismiss suspicion, munition, cause I'm on the money mission. Just listen, permission, positions, and propositions. And then we grind in the night like with money on our mind, right and shine in the limelight.
You're in the mix with DJ Blue.
You belong next to me. Let the limelight shine on me. On you, and me, and yeah. Never met nobody like me. Never met nobody like you. Nobody like you. Run right through everything you do. Shine in the limelight. 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 From underneath the trees, we watch the sky, confusing stars, the satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are, we're here tonight, singing, hey, man, I'm alive, singing, hey, man, I'm alive. If everyone cared and nobody cried, if everyone loved and nobody lied, if everyone shared and swallowed their pride, then we see the day when nobody died, and I'm singing, hey, amen, amen.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So, yes. So, just like that girl said, always speak life. Always speak life to wherever you do, no matter what others don't believe in you, no matter what others tells you, no matter if you believe in yourself, if God has given it to you, you speak life. You speak life. You know, um, stay positive. Stay positive. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. We go through it. I go through it all the time, especially when I'm doing stuff for Him. Things seem to sometimes like be against us, but we can't let the enemy get a hold of us because we serve a good God. We serve a God that is always there for us, that never leaves us or forsake us. You know, sometimes I know that sir, that we feel sometimes we feel disconnected. We feel disconnected and we feel like our soul, our spirit is disconnected. We feel that because at least I know I feel that sometimes. Like, am I disconnected? Am I doing something wrong? We feel that. But it's not that. It's not that we're disconnected. We can't be disconnected from God. When you truly love God, you cannot be disconnected from Him. When we truly love Him, it just means that sometimes we're exhausted. Sometimes we're exhausted and we confuse that. It does not mean that we're broken, because we're not broken. We're not broken, but we're exhausted. And sometimes that could come also from carrying others' pain, carrying others. Not only do we have our stuff that we carry, but sometimes we tend to carry others people's pain, others people's problems, other people's issues. And then some of these people are not willing to change. Some of these people, no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you help them, no matter how much you believe in them, no matter how much you tell them and you're there for they're not for them, they're not willing to change. And we can't change people. That's a fact. We can't change them. No one could change unless they want to change. But sometimes we carry all that we start feeling in our spirit. We start feeling it. That's why I tell you, associate yourself with people that are positive, with people that do good stuff for others. Not necessarily have to go out there and do outreaches, no, but people that have good words towards others. Not people that are going to be trashing other people. Not people that are going to be negative all the time. Surround yourself with positive. Surround yourself with people that have good in their heart. And like I said, not necessarily, oh, they're good because they go out and do outreaches. No, no, no. But sometimes you speak to people and you feel like, oh God, this person always talking bad about so and so, even family members and stuff. Those people know. They have a lot to learn. They have a lot to, our family is not perfect. I'm the first one to say that. My family is far from perfect, but I don't associate with them. I don't associate if they're not ready, you know, if they're not ready. I'm not, because I'm not going to be carrying that burden. I'm not going to be carrying your problems. I'm not going to be carrying your disbeliefs. And I talk to people that don't believe. I talk people to that. I talk to people that have problems, but they don't pound it on me. Sometimes they just need advice. They need someone to hear them. Don't confuse those two things. Don't confuse helping someone and carrying their pain. You know, there's people that I try helping out, and I had to learn that they didn't want to be helped. I felt defeated. Like, how come I can't help? This person. How come I can't help her? How come? How come, Lord? How come this person? I'm walking with you because she's not ready. She's not ready to walk with him. She's not ready to give up what she's been carrying, because she's carrying a lot of loads. And as much as she knows God, she doesn't let go. She doesn't let God have those loads. Associate yourself with people that are kind. Yes, we all gonna mess up. Yes, we all gonna get upset. Absolutely. We all gonna have a bad moment. But there's people that have bad moments every day. Nothing positive happens in their life. If you know that, there's people that always have something to talk about. And it's always a me, 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 me. I went through this. I did this. This happened to me. No, 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 no. And they don't even care to ask you, how you feeling? How are you? It's always about them. Negative. And if you tell them something like, oh, maybe you should do this, they're quick to say, oh, no, no, I already tried that and this and that. Like, everything you throw at them is no. It's negative. They already tried it. They don't try. Sometimes when I talk to people and, I'm conversating with them and they'll tell me something, positive or something that I didn't know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, maybe that's good. Maybe I'm going to try that. I don't close my mind and my ears to positive feedback, because I'm not perfect. I'm a human. I'm not perfect. I'm not Jesus. So I need from others. I need from others to hear. I need opinions. I need suggestions. But if I'm going to be around people that don't have that, if I'm going to be around people that only have negative to say about others, and that their life is always the same, their life is always the same, in misery, in misery, that's the type of people you need to stay away, because that's when your soul, your spirit become exhausted.
Amen.
It becomes exhausted, and then you feel broken, but you're not broken. No, they never feel broken. You're not broken. You know, um, just be careful with that. Don't carry other people's loads. If we can't do nothing about it, don't carry them. They need to give them to God. I gave mine to God. As much as stuff that goes on in my life or has happened in my past, ooh, I would have been drinking already. I would have been doing stuff that I shouldn't be doing, but I'm not because I gave them to God. I gave them to God because that's what they taught me when I first started learning about Him. Someone told me, give it to Him, give it all to Him, and that's what I did. That's what I did. I don't let people bring my past back to my face because they don't know my past. Only God knows my past. And the people I choose to know my past. So if people throw things at me, all right, God already forgave me. Whether you forgiving me or not, that's you. That's between you and God. But between me and God, we're good because He knows I meant it. He knows when I ask for forgiveness. He knows, you know, He knows if I'm being right or honest or not. You know, I tell people, associate with people that treat their, I have family members that I don't get along with, but I don't bash them. I don't talk bad about them. I don't wish them harm. I'm sad that we're not, you know, like my favorite song says. I'm sad that we don't stack ends. I'm sad about that, but I love them. They're still my family. I love them, but you know, sometimes we have to be apart because we're walking different. And maybe it's meant for them not to disturb my walk with God. Maybe when I'm like solid as a rock, that's when they're going to come back because they're not going to be able to break me. They're not going to be able to break me when I'm solid. There's people that I don't associate with, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to pray for them. One thing about me is that everyone that knows me is if I pray for you, if I tell you I'm going to pray for you, I mean it. If I don't say it, it's because I'm not going to do it. And I'd rather not be a liar. I'm not going to be a liar. If you ask me, pray for me, I'll pray for you. Absolutely. But if it comes out of me, it's because I mean it. And then sometimes I don't tell people I pray for them. I just pray for them. When they cross my mind, I pray for them. I don't go telling the whole world, oh, I pray for you and I pray for you and I pray. No, I just do it. God knows. You know, there's people that they always have bad things to say about others. Like, always bringing people's past. You did this when you were 1 month old. Like, dude, get over it. God forgave me. You need to forgive me too. There's people that throw things at your face that they did. People, you know, first of all, we have to be like perfect for us to think that we're better than others. That's insane to me. It's insane when I hear people thinking that they're better than others. Well, I'm good because this and that. I'm doing this and that. And somebody throwing people at their face. Oh, I'm good because I went to feed the homeless. I'm better than you. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. This is my calling. This is my ministry. This is my ministry. This is my thank you to God. Because if you guys knew half of the stuff that I've been through, you won't understand what I do. This is what I do today. Because God has saved me from so much. It's ridiculous. God has saved me from so much that I don't know how to repay Him back, but to love His children, love my brothers and sisters, love other people that need me, help when they need. Now listen, I said help when it's needed, not let people take advantage of me. Because that's a lot going on about that. People take advantage when they feel that, oh, she's good, she's a good person, no. I learned when there's a difference between they're taking advantage of me, using me, than when they really need me. I learned that. So if you feel that someone's taking advantage of you, do not allow that. Don't let people make you feel bad for them, because people are good at that. They're very good at that, making you feel bad, like, oh, and then you're thinking, oh man, I should have helped her. No, God will open doors if that's what He wants. Is that what He wants? But this is my ministry. That doesn't make me better than no one. It's just, this is my ministry. This is me returning to God with my open heart, not because, oh, you know what, I want favorite in heaven. No, This is me feeling good about myself. It feels good. To give to others feels good. And I'm feeding God's people. So, what else can I ask for? What else? There's just a satisfaction of myself feeling good. I feel good. My heart is content. I love to see the people smile. I love when they said, "Oh, I needed this. Thank you so much. I needed when." I love when they say, "I was so thirsty. Well, thank you for coming. Are you guys coming back?" I love to hear that. I love that the fact that they recognize us. I like that I talk to them and ask them how anything new, what's going on. The fact that they stand there and talk to us, I like that. I like that they're listening to Red Blue and saying amen and so say they're taking that word in. I love that. Today we fed 26 people. 26 people. We wish we could feed more because there was more than needed, but that's all we had. That's all we had. But surround yourself with people that do positive. There's people that love to read. There's people that like to exercise, work out. My sister-in-law is one of those. She likes to go to the gym. That's positive. That's healthy. That's positive. Surround your people like that do positive stuff in their life. Read books, go to the gym. You know, uh, whatever. Speak good about people that just good people. I'm not talking about religion. No, it has nothing to do with that. I'm just talking about good people in general. People that do positive things, not people that just stay home and nag and talk about others and thinking that they're better than others. Don't associate with that. You know. Today, Red Blue spoke about parents, about how we have to love our parents. We don't have to like them and do like what they do, but we have to love them, respect, and honor them. Surround your people with that, with people like that. You know, that if people can love their parents, what makes you think they're gonna love you? My grandma always told me that when I was young. She used to tell me, when you get married, when you have a boyfriend, of course, my first couple of years, I didn't listen to her. I didn't care. I'm like, grandma, whatever. You're old. I was thinking that, but she had so much. I mean, it was so much wisdom what she told me. She told me, you associate with a man that loves his mama. Because if he loves his mama, he's gonna love you. Regardless what the mama is. If he loves his mama, he's gonna love you. But I never took, I was like, okay, grandma, thanks, If I would have listened to that, I would have avoided a lot of broken hearts and a lot of headaches. But I didn't. I was young and dumb. But I'm older now. And I'm walking with God. And that makes so much sense. And that was the first thing I noticed about Red Blue when I met him, the way he spoke about his mom and his grandma. And I remember my grandma. I remember my grandma saying those things to me. So associate yourself with people like that. And no matter what, no matter what, no matter what life throws at them, no matter how my father sometimes acts with me, I love my father too. I love him to pieces. We love him in this house. No matter sometimes he acts up like a little teenager, we love him. We have nothing bad to say about him. As a matter of fact, every time we get together with the family, like when Red Blue's mom comes and other family, we talk about the funny stories of my dad when he comes out here, what he does. We laugh. Never do I belittle my dad. Never do I block my dad from my life. No, that's my father. That's what God chose for me. There's a purpose. There's a reason. I want to share a quick story. We rescued a dog this week. We rescued him on last Sunday, and he passed this weekend. And the reason why I'm talking about this, because if you're out there breeding dogs without knowledge, you need to stop. These animals are hurting. These animals don't have a chance. This little dog came to us, and we loved him. Since the first moment that Red Blue went to pick him up, we loved him. He brought him to my work. I loved him. The girls loved him. He was just a love bug. a love bug. That little boy was a love bug. He wanted to live. That's what gets me. He wanted to live, but somebody made the choice for him, uh, to breed him, to breed his parents, and he was a runt. And then he had a lot of medical issues that we were not aware of. We were aware of some of them, but what killed him was pneumonia. We were not aware of that. If we would have been aware of that the same day we picked him up, we would have rushed him to the emergency room. But we waited 2 days to take him to a vet. We waited 2 days because in our bed, yeah, our Bluey is right there in the picture. Beautiful little boy. Beautiful little boy. So if you're doing breeding just for fun, for money, get a job. Get a job. Breeding is not a job. Breeding is not a job, especially if you don't have a home for them. See, these people breed and then they expect that I'll find a home along. Oh, I'll find them a home. No, no, it doesn't work like that. See, there's professionals breeders that they already have a home for these puppies without even being born yet. I'm not talking about those professional breeders. I don't agree with that, but I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about those backyard breeders. You need to stop. You need to stop. Read it on the Bible what God says about animals. Read on the Bible. The little boy, the little dog would have had a chance, but because he was a runt and we were misinformed, this happened. He died, but that week that he was with us, he learned his new name. His new name was Bluey. He we got him a bed, we got him toys, we got him his blankie, and it was so cute because we put him in the doggy bed and then he barked at night that he wanted to sleep with us, so we allowed him, and we allowed him the whole week. He slept with us. We don't even allow Olivia to sleep with us, but the little boy has something special. And then so yeah, so he passed happy. He passed in our bed with mama and papa. He passed happy. The little boy, there's pictures also on Red Blue's page where he's smiling, where he's smiling. He would just look at us like, thank you, thank you. Because we gave him a week of love. We kissed that little boy so much. Even Olivia will kiss on him. Olivia has her spot. She has a beanbag. And it's very funny because she doesn't allow me or Red Blue to sit on it. Oh, she's very possessive of her, or Joe. Good Lord. But when Bluey, all of a sudden, he jumped on top of that. He wanted to lay there. She allowed him. She allowed him. She didn't. She went and kissed him. Like she knew. See, the animals are amazing. And if you don't like them, that's not a problem. That's fine. If you don't like animals, it's not a problem. The problem is when you hurt them, when you abuse them, when you beat them, when you do it on purpose. See, when you hurt an animal, it talks about your black soul that you have. It talks about some mental issues that you're going through because you have to be a very coward to hurt an innocent animal. I want to take the time to thank you for listening to me. Thank you so much. Be kind to others, be kind to animals. Until next time, God bless people. Thank you again.
Satellites. I never dreamed that you'd be mine, but here we are. We're here tonight, singing, "Hey, man, I'm alive, I'm alive," singing.